All right. You can... I mean, I feel like we've got a lot of room today.
I think I am moved over one.
Yeah.
I am, because this pole...
Oh, you...
I'm tired, man. I need to be here. This pole.
You're tired of
pole.
putting your legs around it. Is that why you're so far?
Maybe.
Are you not putting your legs...
Yeah, because, the pillow...
Yeah.
It's the combination. I'm unsteady.
Yeah.
It's the combination.
Yeah. You make the decision, but yeah, you're too far.
No, but then I can't... Because of the full pillow, it doesn't work anymore. That's as close.
Maybe I should take that chair.
Do you need a hand?
Oh, do I just be like this? Is that it? I'm just used to be
push
closer.
this out as far as you can.
But I'm used to the table being closer.
I reckon you'll lean in.
All right.
The more we go.
All right.
What do you reckon?
This is a cold start, ladies and gentlemen. This is a real cold start.
All right, ready? All right. Hold on.
When he's sticking you and taking all your money.
Welcome to the Bronx Cheer Basketball Show. My name is Chi-Chi. This is Ryan. This is Nate.
Your name is what, brother? Your name is what?
As you can see down below, my name is not Cheech. This is Cheech. I'm
Yes,
Nate.
sir.
I didn't know how to mix it up with get you mixed up as well. I mean, it's
You
simple.
gotta lay one.
I guess it's simple maths. I could have said I'm Cheech, you're Nafe, this is Rise.
Yeah.
I stuffed that up, but I wanted to throw you off to start off with, just like
Just like your popcorn
I
man.
didn't. Yeah, just
The distraction. You was distracted.
what is
Still shook.
He was amazed.
What was the Indiana Pacers guy's name today?
Benedict Matherin.
No,
Oh.
the winner. He's the winner.
Don't worry about it.
Don't.
I'm never saying him ever again.
Ned Herm. I don't know. Just like he hit the buzzer against the Lakers today. Did you catch that by any chance?
Barely. Just
Oh,
only
don't worry about
the
clip.
buzzer beater.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that was hilarious.
We're not worried.
They were up by like 1 million in the last quarter.
So was it 17 you guys were up by in the last quarter?
Yeah.
At least. Yeah.
And then the Pacers like 10 points in
It was
2
like
minutes.
10, yeah.
10 points in
Tracy
2
McGrady.
Yeah. And then they just keep going. And then I sort of, I was doing stuff. And then I look up and then Halliburton ties the game.
Yep.
And then LeBron shoots a right-hand sort of floater or whatever, layup.
Yep.
And then they come down the other end. It's like under 10 seconds. Drawn up play out of a timeout. Miles Turner misses.
Yep.
Pretty sure basically after a few hands, Halliburton gets a rebound, maybe kicks it to someone, and then kicks it to one more. This guy shoots off. Forgotten his name.
more.
This is disrespectful. I've forgotten his name. It's Ned Burm or
And he hit a big throw actually a few
Ned
minutes
Baum.
earlier.
No,
though.
he had
did-
4. Wasn't it 4 threes?
that guy.
Yeah, I don't know how many
Oh.
in
I thought
total,
he had
but-
4
but
threes that
He had
game.
another three, like a few minutes, like within that run. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shows how well we've been studying the Pacers.
Bro, they're coming up.
and they're doing well.
This is 12 and 8.
But he shot that ball with like 0.3 on the clock. 0.3 on the clock
Yeah.
and down by 2.
I was hoping. I thought, did he shoot on time?
Down by 2. And it was one of those threes where I'm just... And it was good.
It was
like
a clean.
4 feet behind the line.
Yeah,
if not
yeah.
more.
Yeah.
5
It was
feet.
clean.
And it just kept going. Like the distance just kept going further than I thought it would. And then bang.
Yeah, just...
And I was cacking myself. Hold on. I've actually got
Still hurt.
some
I'm
audio
still hurt.
that I sent in our group chat that we have, the Bronx Cheer Basketball group chat. This is me today.
Wow, 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 wow.
Like I said, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. But I'm not worried.
And then this is Ryan. You don't get the fuck because he just it cuts off, but he's saying fuck you. Ryan always loves a bit of a fuck you.
It's just nice. He gets me. Gets to me.
And the funny thing was, I didn't even need to say what it was about. There was only one game on.
Yeah.
There's only one team I hate that was still playing.
I could see it brewing early in the day. It's like Kings back and yo going back and forth. So it's like, ooh, damn.
Yeah. Well, talking about that, someone was back today. The real MVP, Joel Embiid,
Haha.
scored the Sixers last. I think it was something like 15, 16 points. got the crucial interception of Trae Young. That's the thing about Joe Allen, the drop coverage. He makes you think about whether you're going to lob or float. And then Trae Young, I'm pretty sure, went for the floater. Joe Allen intercepts.
See you later.
We were down big. During the game. Came home strong. We were on the second night of a back-to-back, so were they. But
Embiid was fresh.
it doesn't matter. Embiid
Who's
was
home?
fresh.
Who's home?
We were home.
You were home.
But we travelled.
Yep,
So did
yep.
they. But Embiid's back. Happy Nath. How's the Heat? We've gone around Lakers, Sixers. What are the Heat doing?
I had a little bit of a motivation pep talk last week about Hero and friends, and they've delivered. Always stick with it. Always stick with it.
What is that, triple dub?
Bam had like 30 points
Yeah,
plus.
same
Hero triple dub. So, it's coming good, but, consistency, brother. Consistency.
Talking about 30-point plus, did you guys happen to see Ivica Zubats
Yes.
with
20
Huge.
nearly a 30 and 30
yeah, 30,
game?
30, that's it. 29.
He would have been the
third.
player, was it?
Was it?
Since the merger or whatever,
Mm.
to have a 30 and 30 game. I don't think I've ever
Unreal.
seen it.
Nah.
I remember seeing Dwight Howard, I'm pretty sure against the Clippers, have a 20 and 30 game. I can't remember what team he was on. I remember
30
watching
points.
that game.
He scored 30 points.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Zubats.
Yeah,
yeah,
Zubac,
yeah.
yeah.
Zubats
Crazy.
and 29 rebounds. 29 rebounds is ridiculous.
Something
Yeah.
else.
Like, that's insane. Like, imagine you betted on him.
Ah,
That's the type of day
29.
he's done in the first quarter.
yeah.
That's the type of day the player's done in the first quarter. I didn't even get to see it. But
I didn't catch it.
those don't come around often, so I appreciate that. Talking about elite performances and elite level in the NBA. Ryan came to us this week and said, I want to talk about the MVP race.
Yeah, we do.
And I said, Ryan,
Yeah, we do.
I don't know if we should do that. And then I checked my checklist of cliches, and I'm like, we're at the quarter of the season. Quarter of the season mark. It's about 20 games done now. So we'll talk about the NBA.
Who's there? Who's running?
Who's the NBA MVP? So we're not doing like a segment. We're just going to have a chat.
Yeah, just a chat.
Tough.
All right, throw a name. Let's do this. Throw a name.
Just
in.
any name.
Any name. It doesn't have to be the top name. Doesn't have to be the bottom name. Throw a name.
Anthony Davis.
Shit, why didn't I see that coming? This guy's like the Green Goblin.
Do another name.
No. Let's.
Okay.
I didn't want to start there, but
let's
somebody
discuss.
I was gonna get
Alright,
there.
right.
What I will say is, okay, I didn't want to get to AD till later, but let's talk about it. Let's open up this other category I was gonna talk about pretty much after we got through the main guys,
Okay.
which is guys that. Let's do that first. Let's talk about guys that would be higher or lower in the rankings if their team was doing better or worse. So, what I mean by that is, if the Lakers were third or fourth in the Western Conference standings right now, I believe that Anthony Davis would be in the top 4 of the stupid MVP ladder, that the stupid Kia MVP
I agree.
bullshit.
Yeah.
I hate
First,
that
I
thing.
was gonna think, are
Top
we
four.
we're
He's
talking?
fucking killing it.
We're,
Like
we're
38,
Yeah,
37.
but,
He's killing it. If if
third in
if-
rebounds.
Yeah, I understand.
they
I
were
understand.
third or
First in
fourth.
I
blocks.
don't understand.
Yeah, but like they can't. It doesn't make sense in the universe.
Yeah.
because they don't have the good players.
Yeah.
And we're talking about NBA MVP, as in how they would
Yeah.
like our rankings.
Yeah. Anthony Davis is one of them. Anyone care to shout out another player that if their team was better or worse, they'd be in a
Shea
different
Gilgeous.
conversation?
Shea Gilgeous.
You think he would be?
It'd be a lot more clear. Like
If
people are
OKC
thinking about him.
Yeah.
But it's just like
Everyone's like, oh, his team's
yeah,
low.
yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like
He'll be at least like for me it
Dallas.
would be like
Can we even
sorry
Dallas at the bottom?
Dallas.
Dallas. Where you going with this?
Well, are you, which way, up or down?
No, as in they should be further up.
So if they were further up, then Luka would be further up.
Yeah, but I still think he's up there.
Yeah, let's talk about Luka later
let's
because
leave him.
I
Let's
think
leave
team
him. Let's
record
leave
is a
him.
bit irrelevant. That's how historic of a season he's having. Back to Shea. What you were going to say something? Well, you've forgotten it.
think it would have been for me, it would have been like a Booker scenario. It's just like, we're talking about it, not really there yet. But, it's something to keep, like, instead of it being like maybe on the back page, it might be, closer, not maybe second or third page of the newspaper. So,
Yeah, I'll give you that. Let me throw out one more name.
I got one too.
And this might just be my hatred speaking. If the Celtics weren't where they are, I don't think Tatum would be as high as he is on the MVP ladder.
Okay.
Nah.
He's good.
Nah. I can understand that take, but I disagree. When you watch them play, there's a bit more consistency. That's what they were lacking, like, always. And this guy was young. Like, people have been putting this guy on a pedestal since, so you can understand that hate, and you'll be like, But now he's really coming to that mature player, that consistency, able to have direct decision, able to get people playing together. But I do take your point.
Yeah.
And where he comes in my ranking, it is dependent on that they have a whole team, not necessarily.
Yeah. They added Malcolm Brogdon, which is unbelievable. They also are getting more out of Jaylen Brown. And, geez, when they add in Robert Williams to come.
I kept forgetting.
And White has always been superstar. They're playing real playoff level.
Yeah. So, look, no, I don't doubt that Tatum has gone to a new level. I don't think that Tatum is like, when we get to, I don't know if you want to start now, but when we get to the actual, who's the front runners right now, I don't think he's like in that next tier yet. That's my take.
That's hot.
What's his name? Is it Marketing?
Larry Marketing.
Yeah, if he had a bit more. Like,
He's not like he's playing his favorite for MIP.
Yeah,
He's
but
not like destroying everything in his path though. No. He's not destroying everything in his path.
I'm just discussing it.
They're a team.
I think another one would be Steph Curry.
Yeah.
If Golden State were 1 or 2,
well,
I think
let's
that
get
would be,
let's get into talking about the front runners. Like, I know we're not doing a segment, but who is your top front runner right now? And give me who you think it should go to, and then give me the front runner of
media kind of based.
who they give it to.
Okay.
All right. Who they give it to?
It can be the same person. That's all right. But what's up to you?
Giannis Antetokounmpo is the first.
Okay.
Who they give
Who
it
they
to?
give it to?
I think both.
Oh!
Wow.
Yeah, both for me. Like, I didn't think who they'd give it to. I thought, a bit of both. But Giannis, right now, I don't think anyone can stop him. His teams, are they second or are they first? Second?
No, second.
They're second behind Boston.
Behind. Yep.
They're second. He can't be stopped. Luka Doncic went out after today. He's the best player in the world. You can't stop him. He's nearly impossible.
Yep.
And right now I think Giannis on to.
Okay, for both. They'd give it to him, and do you think he deserves it?
Right now, 20 games in,
Yeah, if they gave the award now.
Yep.
Cheech.
I think they're going to give it to Tatum.
Yep.
If it was right here, right now.
Yep.
But the person that deserves it is Giannis.
Wow. 2 Giannis's.
Yeah. Nah, I'm 100% sure on that. When you see him play, man, he controls the game. And he's mucking around in the first half, too. If he wanted to, he could do it for the full game. But in the first half, he's like, I'm just going to be practicing my jumper. It's just rec league and that.
Yeah. Look, I'm not a numbers man, but what I do know is that all of Giannis's numbers are down.
Nah.
You do know that.
Nah.
I don't know about all of them.
And the Bucks, as in like,
I understand,
he's
but
shooting
his
like
impact is
low
more.
on twos.
His impact is more. Yeah,
low from the free throw
Less minutes?
line.
Did you check his
They're
minutes?
some of the last. Hold on. The Bucks are some of the last in transition, and he's the king of transition.
Yeah, because he's chilling in the first half.
Anyway,
he's chilling.
He's learning his new move.
What we do-
Picking him up.
what we unfortunately do, including sort of what I'm dealing with here, is he sets his level every year of being here.
Yeah.
I hope you can see that. And for the audio listeners, I'm like putting my hand up, above my head.
Mm.
He sets his level being here. It's like Jokic. We'll talk about Jokic in a second as well. And for 1 second he drops, then I can't help but be like, he's dropped his level.
Nah.
And he has, sorry, but to
Nah,
tell you guys, but he actually has dropped his
he
level
hasn't
from
dropped
what
his
he
level
was
anything.
last season.
He
has.
hasn't dropped his level anything, and Bucks would be nowhere without it. Can we agree with that?
No, that's true, of course.
yeah.
But they're also very running off of Brook Lopez and some of the greats. Look,
Yeah.
Giannis is still
Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah, but
He's still amazing, and he still affects winning basketball. I'm not saying he's trash. I'm just saying
this
to
guy.
start off this season, there's been guys that are shooting past all levels and cylinders and stuff like that.
No. Go. Tell us.
Okay.
Tell us.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
hold
gonna
on.
be so frustrated. I already know.
Well, the guy, unfortunately, it's Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry is going past his fucking unanimous MVP season right now. And if they had a competent bench, he would be the MVP frontrunner with...
I don't buy that. He's
I
not getting
put
it.
like
He's not getting
Jason
another one
Tatum
ever again.
and
Really?
I put like Jason Tatum and Luka on the same level. Giannis is like, I don't know where Giannis is for me. Yeah,
Sorry. So
his numbers are down, bro.
So
You can't
you're
give it to
saying-
him when he's
Wait, are you
actually
saying-
dropped.
So no. So what are you saying? Are you saying the media will give it to Stephen Curry, or you're giving it to Stephen Curry?
Right now,
Yeah.
if you ask me who the media would give it to, I think they'd give it to Tatum.
Mm-hmm.
I would give it to Steph Curry.
Wow.
Yeah. But ask me who's the best player in the world.
No.
Ask me who's the best player in the world.
Okay, who's the best player in the world?
Just as per my top 10 preseason, it's Giannis. But after 20 games, unfortunately, like, Joel's not in the race, and we all picked him. Because after 20 games, adversity happens. Giannis doesn't. They have no ball handling. Giannis is suffering from the ball handling. I think Giannis will get back to his usual. I think Jokic will get back to his usual.
No. Jokic is playing amazing.
No, but like I think Jokic will even get to. I know Jokic is playing amazing, but he's really finding the kinks of playing again with a shitty Murray and a shitty. MPJ's doing all right, but you see the thing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Things are down on the basic numbers with Jokic. It's because things are different. The advanced numbers with Jokic are still up, and he's still the best player in the NBA according to the advanced numbers.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is, after 20 games, if we have to do this, the best player in the NBA has been Wardell Stephen Curry. It has been.
All right.
You can argue Luka, and we'll talk about
Nah.
Luka
AD.
actually in a second.
I don't like Luka's amazing. Don't get me wrong, and please don't hate him. But what happens when you force feed a motherfucker with the ball all the time? He's out here playing with the rock 90% of the time. I guess it has the
Have you
like
guys
that
got
Russell
any more
Westbrook effect.
comments on the MVP? Because we'll get into Luka and the Mavs. That's our next topic. You got any comment on MVP?
No, not really. Not really. I think Giannis and I got Giannis.
I think it's a tough one.
Because Giannis, Tatum, then Luka. Luka at the bottom only because his team.
Really? So I've got Giannis, Tatum, then Nikola,
Yep.
and then I'm debating Jar and Luka.
I had Ja and then Devin Booker.
People don't respect Jar. That's what I've noticed about this place, man. I don't like it. But anyway, we keep going.
The level at the moment is unbelievable. And Ja Morant sort of like was bumping it a bit last year, right? And I'm not saying he can't this year.
Yeah.
But he was knocking on the door last year at some points. But you need to stay the level right now to be MVP.
Huge.
I mean, I'll tell you, as being an Embiid fan
Embiid.
for the last 2-3 seasons,
Yeah.
the level to become MVP is unbelievable.
Alien.
That's right. And that's my thing with Ja. I think that in terms of narrative, he's not like blowing things out of the water. He doesn't need to. His team is a well-oiled machine. The Grizzlies are well assembled. Ja doesn't need to play hero ball just like Luka, even Jokic, even Tatum's at some points, even Steph. You know what I'm saying? There's a pattern with the MVPs.
Yeah. I guess I'm just wowed by how he just floats in the air.
Yeah, of course.
You know, it's probably just an in-game kind of thing. You know,
Yeah.
because I look at the
And
numbers
his
like,
size as well.
yeah, it's like not as high as
Yeah.
the others.
And
Tends to
as
tick lower,
time
but-
goes on, of course, when you have such a as I said, assembled team, guys want to get paid, whether it be Jaron Jackson or Desmond Bain.
They'll have the ball in their
All
hands
these
more.
guys, they want to get paid, so they have to start consolidating, and then they build like a playoffs team.
Yeah.
And when you have a playoffs team that plays in the regular season, Jar has to step up, you know, because you got less guys.
Yeah,
Less guys, less contributors, and that's when I think Jar will really need to step up. Jar's like opposite Luka right now.
Oh, yeah.
Jar does not need to spend 1,000,000% on the ball. So
Onto Lucas.
that's the Jar thing. But Luka, let's get to him. The Dallas Mavericks are on a
The Dallas
4-game
Mavericks.
losing streak.
Haha.
Get up their record. I actually don't know their record. I know it's
It is.
It's a weird
I've been
one.
looking at it.
their record right now is only 9-10.
9 and
Only
10.
one game under
They're fine.
500. Well, they're not fine because we're about to talk about them.
But they're like four, 3 games
They'll be alright.
behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like 4 games
Yeah, yeah.
behind.
But
Like,
anyway, we need to
that's-
talk
that's
about
not
them.
good.
We need
Let's
to talk
talk about
about how good Luka Doncic is and how like not competent his team is, and how weird the Jason Kidd experiment has been in Dallas.
Huh.
And Ryan, if you are new to the show, I want you to hit that subscribe button and that notifications bell. Are you new to the show?
I think I'm new to the show.
Yeah, technically you
Every
are.
day.
Hit it.
Yeah.
Every week.
And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, hit the 5-star rating. Let's get into the Mavs. Here's what I know. And I said this last week with Dorian Finney-Smith. Not hitting threes. Reggie Bullock, not hitting threes. Tim Hardaway Jr. may as well, if he's a microwave scorer at this point, if he does not hit a shot, he doesn't defend, Tim Hardaway Jr., and you ask the Mav fans as well, should not be like in the league. That's how bad it's gotten with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it doesn't seem like that from the outside, does it, when you think of him?
It doesn't.
Because you chuck on the Mavs, and if you're watching and Tim Hardaway's having a great game,
Yeah.
then you're like, oh, but no.
That's Tim Hardaway Jr.
It's the consistency.
It's
huh?
he is in the bad books with the Mavs fans. He is not, as I said, if he's not hitting shots, he doesn't contribute a single thing on the court. Christian Wood, my 6th man of the year pick, is really great offensively. Can't guard anything, but they need offense right now because no one's hitting shots. And Jason Kidd refuses to play him, to start him, to play him big time. When he starts him, they play well. They look like they're flowing. But Jason Kidd is saying, we're going to win my way or no way. We're not going to win. Jason Kidd wants to
trying to
play
play.
defensive.
Yeah.
JaVale McGee.
JaVale McGee's added absolutely nothing to them.
He's
Same
not too
yarn,
bad
it's
on the
just-
threes. Trying to stretch it out.
JaVale McGee.
Just a little bit. But anyway.
What?
I'm just saying.
No, you must be thinking about the wrong person. JaVale McGee.
Yeah.
Shacked in a fool, JaVale McGee.
Yeah.
Stretching the floor.
A little bit. I'd see him
I
shooting
don't know
at
if this is satire.
3 more. Anyway.
JaVale McGee is
Go.
he's like Shaq. He can't shoot.
Yeah, I know, but
No.
no, he's trying to.
And also Dwight Powell is Dwight Powell. Dwight Powell
Maxi
is
Kleber.
not a Maxi Kleber, can't play 100 minutes a night
Yeah.
protecting the rim. They need rim protection and they need a secondary ball handler. Ugh, is my word there. Ugh.
Ugh.
So let me get to, I don't know if you've got any extra thoughts on the Mavs, but when you've got a guy like Luka Doncic, where is this team going? Tell me all about it. Give me your, I talk too much. Give me
Where's
your
the
thoughts.
team going? I think
Like, give me short
I
terms,
don't-
long,
they've- look,
short terms, long terms. What are they doing this season and then in the future?
this season, in terms of their team, just
As in like playoffs.
playoffs.
What are they doing?
I think this season they will get in the play-ins. They will get into the playoffs. They will get into the second round again, and they get in get in the second round, and then they'll lose.
They
in
got
the
into
second.
the conference final.
conference finals. I reckon they'll lose in the second.
All depends on health, eh?
See if they pick up anyone further coming up. I feel like they're looking for another Brunson or
What's it called? They're
they
getting.
know another
They're
shooting
getting
guard.
Kemba.
Yeah, they're signing Kemba Walker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know about.
I was looking at their history. Like, for me, this is a Dirk situation.
Mm.
They didn't really provide Dirk too much
They didn't do anything.
assistance. It was just, I don't know, roll of the dice that they won the championship, really. They were very average. You say everything like offensive rating 8, defensive rating 10. And I was looking at I'm like, man, this Dallas organization doesn't know how to build a squad.
Yeah.
Like a solid squad. And it's they've always been in this kind of middle of the road team. I don't know where to go from there. For me, like, I'm like, bro.
yeah.
Like, because we've never seen such staticness.
Yeah.
They need free agents
And
to
it's
go
full.
there, but
Yeah.
It's
no
either-
one wants to go there. No one wants to.
And when you get a guy like Luka, that's when everyone goes into staticness is not acceptable.
Yeah.
It's not acceptable. The fans weren't accepted. I weren't accepted. Like, and I live, we have all lived getting a generational player, and then you get into the mode of, we can't waste this. We
Yeah.
cannot waste this. This is what you want. This is what you draft for. This is what you trade for. This is what you open up cap space for. Luka Doncic to come through the door. I saw an interview and he's got asked, what do you think about when Mavs get worried that you might leave?
Yeah.
And then
so-
he said, I've got like 5 years left on my contract or whatever, so they shouldn't
so-
be worried. I can't quite make a read on him. I can't quite make a read. Obviously, I'm a big soccer fan, so in terms of Europeans, I feel like I have experience. But I actually think that's a benefit. He doesn't seem too arrogant. I think every NBA player has a bit of
You have to
a
be.
touch of arrogance in them. But he seems like he will stick it out for longer than... I'm going to
It's
the
a
worst of
Dirk
the worst
situation,
here, but
man.
like I feel like he'll stick it out for longer than maybe some other, maybe like I don't know, who doesn't stick it out like Kyrie. I, don't
I
know.
think he's at home. I don't think he'll leave.
yeah,
He looks too comfortable.
he's got a
and
long
it's-
time on his contract.
That's what makes a complacent team.
That's
what makes the
That's
complacent
right.
GM.
There's also that.
And they're just, we talked about it. It's Mark Cuban. They're just out here running a business,
Yeah,
selling hopes and dreams that ain't happening, man. That ain't happening. But my cash flow's still happening.
yeah.
So
They're one of those teams as well. They're a fairly big market in terms of, they got a lot of fans. Texas is massive.
oh yeah.
I know that Dallas fans are some of the most passionate in the league. Do you remember the when DeAndre Jordan stayed at the Clippers, when Doc Rivers and Blake Griffin and maybe Chris Paul locked DeAndre Jordan in the room? Do you remember that?
No.
Anyway, DeAndre Jordan was
remember.
wanting to leave the Clippers,
Uh-huh.
and I think to go sign with Dallas.
Uh-huh.
And Doc Rivers and I think Blake Griffin literally like locked DeAndre Jordan in a hotel room. And they're like, you're not leaving, you're not signing for the Mavs.
Yeah.
Obviously, it would have been friendly. They didn't
Yeah,
kidnap him,
yeah.
but that's what the reports were. And there was a fan. I'll never forget the fan. And he was abusing the shit. He just took a selfie video of himself. He's abusing the shit out of DeAndre Jordan and the Clippers organization because he was so upset about basically, the whole everything that had gone on. And then he finished the video and he goes, and after all this, or most of all, go Mavs. All right,
I don't
anyway,
remember
so
it.
they're a passionate fan base. They definitely are. And they're not going to take this shit. They don't want to waste Luka's tenure at the Mavs for however long it goes for. Do they need to bring in a big fish in the next... They've got him for a long time. When's the deadline of bringing in a big fish? Cheech.
For me, I'm thinking, first of all, coaching change.
Yeah. See, Jason Kidd came in last season. No one else wanted him. The Lakers revived him. We have a saying over at the soccer podcast, new manager fever. And I say that it lasts for 12 months. Obviously, we don't call it manager in basketball. We call it head coach. New coach fever. In every sport, it happens. 12 months, first 12 months, they do great. They were amazing last season. They were good. Honestly, they went to the conference finals. It feels like now the honeymoon period is
Oh, yeah.
over. With
Everybody's
Jason Kidd.
used to their
He was shit.
scheme.
He had like honeymoon period at the Bucks. Had a honeymoon period with the Nets. Fizzled out. Wasn't a great coach there and there. Is it already time to get rid of Jason Kidd after like a year?
Sorry, yeah, because that for me that's my kind of bread and butter. Knowing it's a coaching change. How he talks to the press, the whole Chris Wood thing, and they're
Yeah.
basically like, "Hey, man, Chris Wood playing good. The plus minus is perfect. Blah blah blah. All you guys need is a bit of more offense, and you guys will be maybe tipping over the games, the win column more often." And he's out here doing whatever, trying to be alpha and this, that.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, he's saying, hey, we're playing this post kind of game for Luka. It's not the most efficient way of playing basketball these days. It's working, but it's kind of like a trick, like a college trick. And then after people get used to it,
Yeah.
you understand what I mean? And I applaud the creativeness in terms of different schemes and all that jazz, but it's not working. And because he was saying that Luka will be fresher for longer. That's not the case. If I look at the stats, it's like 50% from three, 50% field goals in quarter one.
Yeah.
Then quarter two, like drops down to like 47, and then in the fourth, it ends up being like 35%.
Shit.
This is compared to what he
Because
was.
they know how to guard him by that. Like,
Yeah,
it's,
by then
you
they
know,
understand the
it's-
scheme.
Yeah.
And this is like compared to last year, it was all relatively steady.
Yep.
So for me, sorry for changing it, but
No, that's
for
all
me,
right.
it's
Coaching
it's
change,
coaching
first
change
of all.
first, and yes, definitely rotation change. Maybe I'll leave that one for you.
Yeah. What about you, big fish? How soon do they need to get a big fish before? I know he's got a big contract, but before Luka starts literally walking around with his head down.
I think by the end of next year.
End of next year.
So the start of
He's got
next season.
He's got like 4 years left, 5 years left.
I know.
I think by not this season, but the next deadline.
Well, I don't know all the technicalities, but basically after this season, they're clean with all their picks. They have all their picks, all the Knicks crap. They want that to do. I know, but these things all matter when you're trying to get a big fish. So they're clean with all their picks. I wanted them to get Giannis when Giannis. I'm happy Giannis stayed because I love the
but
loyalty.
They could have.
Well, in that moment, out of all the teams that were rumored, there was a rumor of LA.
Yeah. That
I'll
was
say
never
all
going to
that
happen. That was Giannis isn't that kind of guy.
Oh, God,
yeah, he
thank
was
God.
trying to-
But the thought of Luka and Giannis, I reckon that's like almost the perfect
That would
pair.
have been amazing.
Yeah. Obviously, other than there was also Golden State rumors at that time. Golden State would have been awesome. Any point guard that can shoot and do like outside of the paint things. I know Luka goes inside a lot, paired with Giannis. I just want to see it one day. I want to see Giannis one day with, as I said, a perimeter guard. One day. But getting back to Big Fish, I agree. I think they'll have till next season, until at the end of next season, where he might even say it by the end of next season if they just
Everyone's
keep
patient.
if they just keep, sort of hitting the same ceiling. He might just be like, look, I think we need some more star power. He might literally just drop that on a,
That'd be nice.
just how Embiid at the end
That'd
of
be
last
fresh.
season dropped, we need a PJ Tucker. And now PJ Tucker doesn't shoot.
Yeah, he shouldn't. He shouldn't.
Does he do anything now?
He doesn't do anything.
Yeah, because
No.
we milked him. Well, Houston milked him.
Yeah.
And then everybody else was just sapping that little bit extra. I'm like, man, you guys.
But you know what's interesting? So
Yeah, exactly.
PJ Tucker right now is on a really low usage of like 6%, which is like really low, like some of the lowest you can be. But he doesn't actually get up that high. He's like around the 8% normally, even in Houston.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting note that he doesn't normally use the ball, but he's literally doing nothing.
Yeah.
He's doing nothing
He's doing
right
nothing.
now. He's
He's
doing
running to the
nothing.
corners.
He's literally doing
He's
nothing.
doing sprints to the corners.
And that's, even I'm disappointed. And I was a bit of a defender, just, I don't know, for the first 10 games, I was defending him, but he's doing nothing. Anyway, but that is Luka. That is the Mavs. We are keeping an eye on the Mavs. Did you have anything else?
I noticed that Josh Green
Yes.
Green, yeah.
has been low-key performing. But, when you're playing small minutes,
His 3-point
It's
percentage
easy
is
to
up there. He's top
kinda-
5 in the league.
Yeah.
He needs to be
For-
Jason Kidd won't, but he needs to be playing Josh Green.
Exactly.
And he needs to be playing Christian
Just
Wood.
give the young guys
He needs,
minutes,
he
man.
needs to let Tim Hardaway Jr. shoot like one shot. If he doesn't make it, just don't play him the rest of the game.
The GM of the Mavs needs
Yeah.
to go. They have like badass development
Yeah.
ever since. These young guys, where did they come? And then on top of that, they always think they're getting a cheap deal with some sort of fake superstar.
Yeah. Yeah,
And,
the guys that they have
I don't
over the years,
understand.
like you started off with, over the years, even going back to Dirk, but especially in this new era, the Luka era, like even Kristaps and doing the
Yeah.
big trade for him.
fake superstars.
Like what? Even when we weren't 100% sure was he going to pop or not, Kristaps, I think we all deep down knew this guy's not going to be.
They're going for a lot of imports as well.
They go for a lot of imports. I don't know. They just make weird decisions. They just made weird decisions.
I don't know why, but I feel like Paddy Mills could go there for some reason.
Maybe because he was already in Texas.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
it
maybe.
feels like it feels like
Gosh,
the club he
if-
could shine
if-
there.
DFS and Reggie Bullock don't start hitting threes. My gosh, they're going nowhere this season.
Yep.
That's the other thing.
Unfortunately.
Right now, their shooters aren't hitting shots. So, I mean, shooters shoot. I don't know what to say. If they started hitting shots, they'd win probably some of those 50-50 games. But they're not hitting shots right now. And I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
What big trades could they make, mate?
Well, is Christian Wood an asset? Is Dinwiddie an asset?
And they could make him an asset by just milking Christian Wood, like giving him minutes. Be like, hey, Josh Green coming good.
How's he not
But they don't
starting
allow for it. They don't allow
How's he
for
not
it.
starting five?
Very conservative.
Yeah.
It's just he should
Everybody
be.
needs to go. That's the big. That's
I don't know.
That's the
We just talked
conclusion.
about how
Everything needs to
weird their recruitment has been. It's weird also that like they haven't recruited in many assets. You know, if you're not going to be a star player, or you've got to be like, I don't know. I actually don't know. I've never known. I've never known in this, and it comes down to being weird. I've never known what they can do other than bring in a free agent like the Giannis situation. I don't look at any of their guys. Kleber, Powell. Now Dinwiddie's now a weird one again. Kristaps at the time. Christian Wood is still weird. These guys are all like, can you see?
Like they're
Even if you offered all
the
five of
mist
them,
of breaking.
if
through.
you offered all five of them right now for, let's just say like, I don't know, Bradley Beal or who's another ball handler like
Colin Sexton.
Colin Sexton, not Colin Sexton.
Nah.
It
So
wouldn't
that'll
suit-
be
it
that'll be a
wouldn't-
good move if they actually they won't make that move. Instead, they're getting Kemba Walker.
Yeah.
Another one.
Yeah.
Washed out superstar.
Yeah.
It was like
These
a Darren
guys,
Collinson.
I don't understand.
But even if you offered all their guys for like a proper second star, I just feel like the other team would be like on the phone cringing, being like, I don't know if I want this weird team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anyway, so
Depression in
So Dallas.
that's the Mavs. Anyway, let's get on to this week's segment. Before we do, I will say again, if you're new to the show, hit that subscribe button, that notifications bell. We're simply doing quarter of the way, quarter season starting five.
Yes, sir.
What does that mean? We're just going to pick a starting five of the season so far. It relates to the MVP conversation. Of the best players.
And you know what? At first I was like, this is easy. And then I was like,
I thought
Wait.
that, but it wasn't.
wait.
The amount of if you're looking for combinations, if
Oh.
you're looking just to plug that spot,
I just gave up in the end.
it's
I was like,
Okay. What should we start at?
center.
We should start at center, shall we?
damn.
Okay. If we're going to start at center, and we're going traditional, aren't we? Pretty much. Obviously,
Wow.
we can make some adjustments, but
Yeah, some
what
adjustments.
I'm saying is I'm not
What
putting
they play on the
Giannis at
court.
center.
Yeah.
Giannis not going
Nah,
center.
Giannis.
Giannis
No,
is
but
not
if somebody puts him as center, I can understand.
Yeah, but no, I don't. He's not a center.
Well, anyway, Giannis is in the center. I was
No,
like,
no,
yes,
no,
I
no.
wouldn't,
100% no. Okay, I got to be real. It's Jokic. It's got to be Jokic.
As long as it's not Embiid.
Embiid's been out for, I mean, how many weeks of the season has there been? And Embiid's
It's
been
always
out.
good.
I'll
wait.
go second.
Wait.
Center.
Oh no, it's not our own. We got to agree.
We're gonna agree.
Oh, we're agreeing.
Yeah.
Or we're coming to a.
We got to agree.
Well, I'm on Nate's team. Shame. Whatever your decision is.
Yeah. Sorry. No. This is. We're agreeing on this.
We're
one.
agreeing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I was gonna go AD.
Yeah. He can have his own. He can have his own. He can have his own thing on the very far. On the very far out of the screen. We'll have his. List
Comment
there.
down low if you prefer AD or Jokic. Let me know.
Jokic.
Let me know.
Jokic. He's
We'll go with
been
Jokic.
phenomenal.
We'll go with Jokic.
And when
then.
he doesn't play, they're
Let me
losing.
know.
And when he does play, they're winning. I don't know, man. And I've never seen such talent. And he's also consistent. Doesn't break down. Like, hey, look, give AD this year to play healthy, and he's playing he's playing well and healthy at the same time. Look, shocking, but not right now. Not right. I'll give you. It's too early at this quarter point. We're giving it
I
to Nicola.
can take that.
Just.
Because it's too early.
Not just.
No. He's
'Cause
been
it's too
amazing.
early.
Check his stats, man.
He's playing better than he's ever.
He's been amazing.
He's playing better than he's ever.
He's
Yeah.
just dropping like 35 on the
This
daily.
ain't. This ain't.
guy.
I ain't getting it.
And we see. Can I just ask a funny question? Did you see AD slide the other day trying to pick up LeBron?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
was
God.
like, oh my god.
I
Is that
nearly
what he
died.
got injured? Is that he? He was out the next game.
No.
He was
No. Look, we played the Spurs 3 games.
That's the
in
only
4
reason why.
days. And that was a back-to-back against the Spurs again. He was never going to play that.
Oh, okay.
He's never going to play that one.
See, and that's
No,
why
no,
you have
that
to be
was a calf
careful.
contusion.
Yeah, don't his calf when he
Yeah,
slipped.
it's fucking.
Everyone uses contusion for everything these days.
Oh, shit.
And that's why his stats are inflated too. So.
All right, Jokic just. I will give you that AD's better.
Oh,
Amazing.
no.
Well,
I
wait till
had
I play.
80. I had 80 on runner up and all
He's
that.
been
jazz.
amazing.
I know.
And defensively, he's been great. Okay, now we'll stay with the bigs, shall we?
Yeah.
power
Keep-
forward.
so 5.
Small
now we'll go
forward.
4.
Power forward.
Power forward is Giannis.
Yeah.
No, I got Giannis.
Yeah.
The
That's
other
Giannis.
ones there is KD. Like, in terms of second, like, who, like,
Okay. KD's so hard. Is he? What is he? He's a 3 or a 4. Or,
It's a
for me, I'll put him as 4 anyway.
yeah.
But who do you have
just
as
so
a
long.
4?
I reckon
anyway?
KD floats 3 and 4. You can. No. When I say traditional, if they're truly one or the other, they are one. As in, like, if they're truly 2 positions, KD's even like a 2 sometimes. You know what I mean?
Nah, but that's reach.
That's too far. Okay. Giannis he's a
Okay,
he's a
we'll
4.
just leave it at 4.
Yeah.
Giannis?
Yeah, Giannis.
Okay. At 3, at small forward, I think we bring up KD again, and you're not laughing because you're thinking LeBron. You're not laughing. 'cause you're thinking.
I was thinking LeBron, but
You're
more
thinking
Jason
of
Tatum.
the forbidden LeBron. It's not LeBron. It's Jason Tatum or KD.
Yeah,
Thank you.
LeBron's better than both of them, but anyways. Have you seen him?
Not
Have you seen him play?
what? Because you had one good game.
Yeah,
But the
exactly.
thing is,
He can't be having one good game. I just rested him last week.
week.
These like worst season worst.
The thing is, let's be honest. This is he's 20.
This guy, I love how he started laughing. His brain starts laughing before I even clicked
We're not
into.
playing LeBron. I was thinking Jason Tatum, anyways.
It
I
has
was,
to be
I was thinking
Jason
Jason
Tatum.
Tatum.
Has to be
Tatum.
Jason Tatum.
Tatum.
And I'm sorry to
Easy.
KD, but it just has to be Jason Tatum.
Easy.
Okay. Now at 2, this is where it gets really, really interesting.
Who do you have as contenders? Who do you have as contenders? List them out. Oh, I've got a few in my list if you want me to list it out.
So it's about where we can put guys.
Yeah. This is shooting guard.
We can have Curry. Because
I can
we
hear
can
you.
have Curry,
Yep.
SGA,
Yep.
Booker,
Yep.
and Luka and Jar.
Yeah.
I don't know about Jar as the shooting guard.
Yeah, I don't know about Jar's shooting guard, but and Mitchell. Did you say Mitchell?
Oh no, I didn't say.
There's
it.
2
Yeah,
men
yeah,
with
yeah.
guards.
Yeah.
forgot about
So Mitchell, Booker, SGA, maybe Luka, maybe Curry, and I propose we take Donovan Mitchell
As 2.
as 2. He's been absolutely phenomenal. I think it's
We're gonna have
it's
to
the comeback
You're gonna
season.
have to tell me your 1 then, because I gotta know who's missing.
No, but
No,
No, we have to take the risk.
We're no.
You have to take the risk.
Nathan's not locking that in.
No.
You have to take the risk,
No.
man. We ain't talking about one. We're talking about two.
No.
And shooting guard. Who would take it?
There does come a point where sometimes you need to reveal two positions.
Oh, here we go.
And right now, I need you to tell me you're proposing Mitchell and who at one.
I was gonna propose Steph Curry. That's
Okay.
fine.
This is funny. I don't know what you're not going to say Westbrook before I go to you. No, I don't. I can't keep up anymore with your brain. Okay.
All right, shooting guard. We're gonna go. Shooting guard right now. It's Donovan Mitchell, Luka Doncic for shooting guard.
Interesting.
Okay. What about your Donovan Mitchell, Luka Doncic? So is that like? Are you saying that?
I'm trying to pick one of them for shooting guard.
So
I'm
you
trying to,
and you want who's your
point
who's your
guard?
I think
one?
it should be Curry. It's like
Okay. Let's
I'll-
lock in Curry at one. Has to be Curry at one. Oh, let's Curry. Curry is in the guards. Curry is in the
Okay,
guards.
and let's also note the input point guard. We got Ja Morant, Stephen Curry, Damian Lillard, Darius Garland, and Luka.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Just to add a bit of context, that's a tough pick.
Yeah.
Picking Curry, but how he's playing without anybody.
Yeah.
And also, I want him on my All-Star team. I was thinking about it. I'm like, man, you know, you have Giannis out there running up and down the court. You have Stephen Curry out there shooting
you
it
gotta
from
have- yeah,
the
yeah.
back half
Half,
of the
yeah.
court. I said, yeah, this team is like an anime team. Let's lock those in.
Yeah. Okay.
SG, who we going now?
So we're going Curry. Unfortunately, I think it has to be Luka. This is like the MVP
It has to
ranking.
be Luka.
This is the MVP ranking.
Yeah, it has to be Luka. See, the thing is, it's.
Oh, Luka's historic at the moment.
I
think-
get ya.
I think this year might be the one year where if the Dallas stay in the bottom half of the ladder,
He
Luka,
still gets MVP.
he still is in
Oh!
the top two.
Bro, he's
Yeah,
unbelievable.
he's
If he wasn't there, they've got no one else playing.
Nah,
stuff is
Russell
really doing-
Westbrook only got it because historic, averaging the triple double. If he didn't get it,
Yeah.
then it would have gone to James Harden.
No, but
And he was like sixth, and people were like, "Oh man,
but
it's still too
it might not
low,
be
still
triple
too
double. I don't
low."
know. It might not be triple doubles. It might even be nearer. But it might not be averaging a triple double, Luka. But what he's actually he's touching like Wilt's numbers. You seen that shit?
Hmm.
He's like all time like usage rate is the highest. This and that.
I think it's very close to James Harden usage rate in those days.
Yeah,
It does
you know.
feel a
No,
bit
no,
like that.
they're very.
It's,
I've always
I-
said I think Luka and James Harden were
well,
the same. Are the same.
And I'm not impressed by his shooting in the last quarter too,
Mm.
as I mentioned before. 35%.
But he's still. I can't deny that he still just puts them on his back.
big moments
Like,
as well.
he-
On
they're
big
like-
moments.
I don't want
It's,
to.
I mean, not to get all the way back to the Mavs conversation, but it's going to be interesting. I'm with you.
Yeah.
The jury's still out on what the championship Luka team looks like, but it always eventuates. Like these players do eventually get someone around them that suits them perfectly.
Damian Lillard would like to say, "Hey."
It needs an AD.
He's just
no,
saying,
no,
"Hey."
but like
I have nobody.
Dame never. I think Luka will force his way either out or get like a LeBron. I think Luka's already like probably going to guaranteed be better than Dame ever was. And what I'm saying is like I think Luka's like that type of guy. He's like a LeBron. He's like honestly.
I think Dame wasted. I feel like Dame would have been amazing. He still is amazing, but just wasted organization.
Yeah. Yes. Correct. But Luka is.
He's edging. He's touching.
So you
Luka's
something.
want
unbelievable.
He's touching something
you
else.
want to give SG as Luka,
We have
and
to.
you're giving SG as
Luka.
As Luka.
Luka,
Or,
and I'm
or
giving
it
it as
sort of feels better to me to
Alright.
go Luka, PG, SG, Curry, because Curry shooting guard. I don't know.
Mitchell. Okay,
But-
I'm not happy, but like I get
You
it
gotta-
for the narrative.
You're gonna come around.
I get
on
it for the
Luka,
narrative. No, I am.
You-
I am on a
You're not
Luka.
a Luka
But
man.
look, man, I like my team of Donovan Mitchell. Imagine my team, Donovan Mitchell, flying up and down. Let's go.
Tomahawk spin.
Luka
I
is.
wish I had that in my bag.
Yeah. Hey, I'm the GM.
He might not be like, fantastical, but Luka is unbelievable.
yeah.
He's unbelievable.
Nah, it's great. I just want to see it on that like an amazing team.
Yes, as I said, eventually I think Luka's not the Dame type of guy where he will settle / yeah, well that's it. I don't think he'll settle in Dallas if they don't help. He'll either leave or he'll le GM. He'll force this and that.
He will.
I think. Well,
I
he'll
feel like
leave.
he's a settler.
No,
I
feel
know
like
you're
he's
reading it. I know. I saw the podcast. I saw sorry, not the podcast, the interview, and I saw that moment. I don't know. I couldn't judge it. I couldn't judge it.
You're right. After about next year, it'll start to really cook up if nothing's happening, and he will want out.
The team will get something will happen.
Bro, he gets so angry when they lose. He will
I haven't
not.
seen that on the bench. I
He's
haven't seen
LeBron.
it. Yeah.
He's LeBron.
Oh, he does get angry. Oh no, he gets like.
I think
he's almost like a sore loser.
I think yes. I think he's like a decent guy, but I don't. As I keep saying, he looks like that type of LeBron figure where I don't think he'll be as like brutal with le GM.
Yeah.
But I'm almost saying it's very similar.
He'll start getting tired. That's by next year.
Hopefully
he'll start
it
getting
comes
tired.
around.
I think that they're on a very similar trajectory. Look at LeBron at his first stint at the Cavs when he got drafted. He tried to put up with it. He carried. They had no one. Took them to the finals against the Spurs. No one. They had no one. The Cavs constantly no one. Then he went to Miami. I can see Luka going to the Miami. Whoever his Miami is, he'll go.
Suns.
This Miami.
Yeah.
South Beach, baby. Hey, isn't it? They have the Serbian club down there. Let's go.
Anyway, it's got to be Luka. You can't deny it.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Got to be
with
Luka.
the narrative.
So
how it is now.
So we go on PG Luka to make it feel better, or Curry PG?
For me, just go Curry.
Curry PJ.
All right.
Curry PJ.
At the one,
But I get it.
point guard, Stephen Curry. At the two, shooting guard, Luka Doncic. At small forward, Jason Tatum.
Yep.
At power forward, Giannis Antetokounmpo. And at center, Nikola Jokic.
Hey, I like that.
I've been saying his name
I like
at all
that
start.
team.
I like
Come
that.
on.
And now I want to change it again, PG and SG.
and let's be real. Like, I know it's only a quarter of the way of the season, but other than Embiid popping up to fight against Jokic, that could very well be the same MVP side at the end of the season. The same, top side. We're basically doing
Sorry?
all NBA. We're basically doing all
Yeah,
NBA.
yeah.
That could very much be the all NBA team at the end of the season.
Oh yeah,
It's
just
not like we've
depended
got
on Embiid.
Yeah, depending. I said Embiid because Sixers, and for real,
No,
he
but
will
yeah.
he will challenge Jokic.
Yeah. Well,
especially with all the.
it's a narrative.
Lakers
It's
are-
going to be a narrative.
the Lakers
and
win at
maybe
the end.
people
Well,
will get
maybe
tired.
a bit of real.
No, it's going to be people are tired of Nicola
Yeah,
because
I'm already tired
and
of
then
you don't love him.
And I love him.
You don't like Jokic. Luka. You don't.
no,
like,
I don't mind.
You don't like Luka. You don't like
man.
Nikola.
The
You
Lakers
guys
make it to
putting
the
stuff-
finals at the end of this year. It'll be AD at the 5 and LeBron James at the 3rd.
And then you got 6-man Westbrook.
And 6.
All right. Well, I mentioned it last week. Or I didn't really actually, but I did. Next weekend, not this weekend coming up, not Saturday the 3rd.
12th?
Saturday, not
Ninth?
Saturday the 3rd.
Mm.
Saturday the 10th. I think it is.
Oh yeah, there's a something.
Lakers. Oh, Saturday the 10th, our time. The 9th, America time. Lakers, Philly.
It's on.
You'll be out of town,
Yeah.
as we discussed last week. But Ryan and I will definitely be doing a live watch-along.
Check it out.
So Lakers versus Philly, just check that out, as he says, on your NBA schedule. We'll be starting like half an hour beforehand. Get ready for that, Rise.
Live game, live emotions. Be ready.
Tears everywhere.
Lakers, Philly. So that's coming next weekend. We'll talk to you next week before that anyway, but just be ready for that. Make sure you've hit that subscribe button and that notifications bell. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, hit those 5 stars, all of them. Boys, that's it for this week.
That's it.
Mavs are letting down Luka. Joel's going to come back and win the MVP. That's basically what we're talking about.
That's it.
All right, we will talk to you next week.